My family is very rich, and we were able to build the Italian Brainrot Zoo using the best materials. Woohoo!
My family had no wealth, and unfortunately, we are poor. But we were able to build a zoo, too. I can say with confidence that we will be able to beat you and collect the best Italian Brainrot animals.
Huh? It can't be! Patapim came running here now. We are not interested in it at all, because it is a copy and it is very different from the real one. Let's check whose family is better, and our confrontation begins right now.
Oh, I'll make a big hole and then he'll fall down. Now no one can stop you from making a cool trap. Oh no, what's happening? Why am I being pushed now?
It was really a lot of fun because Mikey couldn't catch his first animal and my wife pushed him into the pit. But now let's not relax because no one has appeared in our zoo yet. Go on a quest. Bring me someone very valuable.
I'll be back soon. I promise I won't be empty-handed.
We need to catch the first Italian Brainrot animals. To do this, we have already prepared special cages in which all the animals that we can catch will be located. They are very durable and reliable. For now, I'll make a small trampoline in front of the cage, but only outside, in order to move the first captured animal there. All right, let's get this started. Placing the first green blocks one by one, building a little staircase right next to my ultra fancy luxury zoo. Just a casual construction project, nothing to see here. Or is there? Going higher now, step by step, block by block. It's starting to look like some kind of emerald staircase to the sky. Totally unnecessary? Maybe? Mysterious? Absolutely. But I'm not saying anything yet. Oh, third level done. This thing's tall enough to see the entire zoo from above. And still, no one knows why I'm building it, especially Mikey. Let's keep it that way. The suspense makes it even better. Time for the platform. Big, wide, and made from the same green blocks. It needs to be perfect. Perfectly symmetrical, perfectly centered, and perfectly suspicious. No one builds floating platforms just for fun, right? Yeah. And now, we wait. Everything's ready. She said she'd be here any minute. I don't know if she'll love it or just be confused, but either way, it's gonna be unforgettable. Especially with this view.
He's right there! Everybody, move, move, move! We've got Patapim cornered. This time he's not getting away. Okay, surround him, block the exit, and yes! He just fell straight into our trap! We actually did it! For the first time ever, we caught a real creature for our crazy zoo. Yep!
That thing's clearly made of cardboard and googly eyes, and someone used spaghetti for legs. I'm not even mad, just impressed. But it doesn't matter, because I know sooner or later they're gonna come running back with the real one. Oops, wait a second. What's that dust cloud? Is that, yep, that's them. My entire family's sprinting this way like a stampede of sugar-fueled llamas. Okay, everyone, positions! Now trapdoor. Wait, he just jumped! He jumped again! Yes! He bounced straight into the holding cell! He's locked in! That was pure luck and pure chaos, and I'm here for it! Ho-ho!
You guys, we did it. We actually caught our first real animal for the zoo. He's jumping in circles, the walls are shaking, and I think Mikey might be crying. But I don't care. This is officially the most successful and most ridiculous capture of all time.
All right, team, now that we've got Patapim safe and sound, I think it's time for a little fun. Let's build a hidden tunnel underneath the zoo, load it with redstone surprises, and use it to totally prank Mikey's family. They'll never see it coming. Huh? All right, everyone, huddle up. We're standing right above our secret tunnel system, and it's time to get serious. If we want to catch the next creature for the zoo, we need a real plan. No more random traps or exploding banana bait. We need tunnels, strategy, and maybe just a little luck.
I'm going in! Who needs planning when you've got energy? I'm digging tunnels left, right, up, down, zigzag, loop-to-loop. We're gonna have a whole underground maze down here in 5 minutes flat. Let's go!
Oh, all right, I like the chaos, but let's add some logic. I've got a whole bunch of water buckets, and I'm pouring them into these side holes we dug earlier. If a rodent-type creature comes running through, it'll slip, slide, and splash right into one of our holding zones. Classic JJ trap science. All right, I like the chaos, but let's add some logic. I've got a whole bunch of water buckets, and I'm pouring them into these side holes we dug earlier. If a rodent-type creature comes running through, it'll slip, slide, and splash right into one of our holding zones. Classic JJ trap science. Okay, new idea. Let's carve out little pockets directly into the dirt walls and dump the water right inside. If something's crawling through, it's gonna get flushed out faster than Mikey eating a chili pepper. Huh? And what is that? It's a coconut. No, wait, it has a rodent face. It's Glorbo Frutodrilo. It just climbed out of the ground like a bouncy fruit ninja. Woohoo!
Okay, we've got him surrounded. Don't make any sudden moves. Just slowly guide him toward the tunnel entrance. Yes, just like that. He's almost there. And yes, he's in the cage.
Uh-oh. Wait, nope. He's not in the cage anymore. He just did a triple backflip over the gate, and now he's sprinting across the field like a rocket. Everyone after him. This is not a drill. The Glorbo is on the loose.
I got him! I got him! I jumped, I spun, I used the backup net, and Glorbo Frutodrilo just rolled right into my arms like a furry bowling ball. We did it! Everyone, come look! We actually caught the bouncing coconut rodent monster thing. This is history!
Okay, everyone step back. Nice and easy. And cage closed. Look at him. He's just pacing in circles, occasionally squeaking like a coconut with secrets. We actually did it. We caught one. I feel like we should throw a party or at least give him a tiny hammock.
All right, celebration later. Right now, I need to seal every single tunnel entrance before another Glorbo or mystery mutant decides to jump out. Dirt here, more blocks there. This place is turning into Swiss cheese, and I'm not letting our zoo become a rodent highway.
Oh! Is that a walking cactus with an elephant head? It's beautiful! It's majestic! It's sprinting through the desert like it has somewhere important to be. That's gotta be Lira-Li-La-Ri-La, and I'm catching it before JJ gets his hands on it.
Huh? Wait a second. That's not Lira-Li-La-Ri-La. That's a costume. Look at the seams, the weird waddling. Mikey's chasing someone in a plant suit. Either this is the best prank of the year or the worst misidentification in zoo history.
Gotcha! You're mine now, spiky elephant cactus thing. I'm building you a luxury pen right here in my side of the zoo, with cactus pillows, mud pools, and maybe a disco ball if you behave. My zoo's officially cooler than JJ's now.
I've given you everything you need to bring Lira-Li-La-Ri-La here. In the meantime, I'm going to build a room for him so that it fits him exactly and he feels comfortable here.
Okay, then I'll go look for him. Oh, she's doing everything right. Because in order for him to stay with us, we need to make everything out of sand. And in order for me to catch him, I need literally blocks of sand and cacti. Therefore, right now, I'm already running to the village in order to find where he is, in order to lure him to me. He must be somewhere nearby. Therefore, now you need to look pretty carefully to detect it. Uh-oh. That's how I found him. He's still standing there and doesn't suspect anything. So now I'm gonna do a very cool thing in order to definitely lure him to me. Namely, I'm going to make a small path out of sand and cactus, and it will go straight to my zoo. Oh, so now I'm going to have to take these little pieces to my zoo in order for him to really fall for it. Because as soon as he sees it, he will clearly follow this trail. Just the same, he will come to my zoo and I will definitely be able to take him to myself and he will be standing in my zoo. I hope that everything will work out for me. The most important thing now is to have time so that he doesn't go anywhere. He will definitely be at my zoo soon. Oh, that's why I still have a little bit left to go to my zoo. And with that soon, I will go back to see if he will definitely go to my zoo. The most important thing is that he doesn't get lost, because if he suddenly gets lost and goes in the other direction altogether, then it will be quite difficult for me to try to lure him to me again. But I think that everything will go very well, and you don't have to worry about anything, because no one seems to be planning to interfere with me. That's why I'm putting up the last cacti in the places I didn't put them on, and now we're going to watch him jump on them, and very soon he'll be in my zoo. Oh, well, I've just finished, and now we're going to watch him run through this cactus straight to my park. So very soon he'll be there, and it's actually pretty cool. So far, I'm doing fine. Woohoo! I did it, he's coming to my zoo. What?
Hey, just look at my cacti, which are much bigger and cooler. So let's follow me soon.
Oh no, it can't be. I was just saying that she's lured him to her now and is trying to take him away from me. But I need to come up with something so that she lets him go anyway, and he shows up at my zoo and not at them. But on the other hand, she's still trying to get him to her house in vain, because in fact, he's going to start blowing up everything there, and there won't be anything left of the house. Oh, as I said, as soon as he jumped on the house, he immediately started blowing everything up, and we can say that practically nothing will remain of this house, because in fact he blew up quite a lot. After all, she shouldn't have tried to take it away from me, because in fact her attempt turned out to be false, and on the contrary, she only made it worse for herself. Oh, I'm looking at him and he's not going to stop, and I'm going to keep blowing up their house, which is exactly what works for me, because now I'm going to try to lure him back to my zoo in the same way as I did before. It's just that his route has changed a bit now, so I'll have to deliver a few blocks in order for him to follow them straight to my zoo. Now he's definitely going to my zoo! Oh, yes, I kind of did it, and it really goes over my cacti again, which I set up, which is actually quite wonderful. So I rather need to hurry to my zoo, namely to the room that my wife just made in order to put a cactus inside there and make sure it lands there. I also noticed that some cacti were just missing in front of the house. I put so many of them in order for him to go astray. I hope that no one will stop me from doing this again, and this time I will still be able to make it 100% right for me, but I think he's already halfway there, and he's going to be here very soon, so it's actually pretty cool and epic. Well, that's it. My mission is over. You can order what I brought him anyway, and everything is fine. Now I need to go back as soon as possible because I hear my wife calling me. Apparently, she urgently needs help, so she needs to run as soon as possible and preferably faster.
Hey, come on, help me. Just look who I was able to bring here. Let me give you everything so that you can make a normal room for him. And in the meantime, I'll distract him with myself.
Oh, yes. Well, please be careful that he doesn't do anything to you. But in the meantime, I'm just going to go and do what you asked me to do. I understand that we need to make a large room in which everything was filled with water. Because apparently this Italian animal, by the way, cannot be without water. So we definitely need to fill it all with water. Oh, that's why right now I'm trying to fill everything with water so that everything is in the water, and accordingly, this Italian animal is very comfortable and pleasant here. So far, of course, this is a bit difficult for me, but I think that now, in the process of all the work, I've definitely filled this whole room with water, and I really hope that everything is fine there, because in fact, it is quite dangerous, and probably it was necessary to switch with her. Namely, to change in the sense that on the contrary, she will build everything here and I will distract this Italian animal on myself. I hope I have enough water for this room, because so far I haven't been able to distribute all the water evenly. Either I don't have enough for something, or there are some other problems, but I think it's just a matter of time. And very soon, I'll definitely fill this whole room with water. The most important thing is to focus. And I think that I will definitely succeed because very soon my wife will bring this Italian animal here. Ho-ho! I've got almost everything ready, so let's get her in here as soon as possible, and I'll close the door behind her so that she'll definitely stay here. So let's just be very careful. Everything seems to be ready. Now I can safely launch her here. The most important thing is to close everything behind her in time so that she doesn't run out again later because she's too aggressive. Ho-ho! We did a great job catching her. Woohoo!
You and I have done a pretty good job, but just look at us. We still have an empty cell. I think we need to fill it up as soon as possible.
Uh-oh. But you're just flying the Bombardiro Crocodilo. I think we urgently need to catch him. So come on, you're probably just building the room itself so that he gets in there. And my son and I will try to catch him. Now, all that remains is to figure out how to catch him. But in principle, I have a pretty cool idea. I need blocks of slime and just the same help from my son. I will make a small barrier and just the same slime, and my son, on the contrary, will take and, so to speak, lure him over and lead him just the same to this fence that I will make, and that's exactly how we'll be able to catch him. Ho-ho! Namely, I'm going to build a barrier here. I need it so that it just crashes in and doesn't go anywhere else. And after it cuts, I'll just take it and sit on it, so I'll just start controlling it. Ho-ho! We can definitely catch him! Now, all that remains is for my son not to let me down, and everything worked out for him, but I see that everything is going pretty well for him. Ho-ho! Well, great. We finally managed to catch him, and in fact, it was pretty easy. Now I can control him, and now I'm just gonna take him and put him in his place in our zoo. Woohoo! I also kind of know that he has a very cool ability. He can drop bombs, which is actually pretty cool. And as a last resort, he can be used if anything, but right now the most important thing is to put him in his place in our zoo. Huh? Well, he's right there. You can say that our zoo is definitely full now, and there are a lot of Italian animals here, but now I think it's time to take stock. In fact, I dropped the bomb very accurately. I'm JJ, and today we had a zoo battle with Mikey in which I won. That's how our wonderful adventure ended.